Hey, Sandals Church men, hope you had an amazing Easter and just a time to remember what your faith is all about, to uh, just remember what Christ did on the cross, to celebrate the resurrection, what that means for our faith. And I've been talking to different people over the last week, and it seems like a lot more people are beginning to engage with Easter as something meaningful, not just a Easter eggs, bunnies, and family gatherings, but really what it's actually about, which is to deepen our faith, to remember that we have hope that Christ has done the work for us. And so I hope that's been a part of it for you. Man, I love this follow up this week with Pastor Matt talking about baptism and how critical that is to our faith. And I think many of us, maybe depending on your tradition or what you've been taught, have minimized that and not really realized that baptism is the proclamation of the gospel. It's our opportunity to show the world what we actually believe, to invite family and friends to participate, and to acknowledge that, man, this is the faith that we say we believe in. We're publicly declaring it to be so. And so, man, if you haven't been baptized, man, I just want to encourage you. If you're a follower of Jesus, there's really no excuse. Um, but if you're wrestling with it, man, talk to somebody about it. Talk to your campus pastor, or talk to a friend, a small group leader about that, because it is our opportunity to proclaim the gospel. And if it's something that you're like, yeah, I've been baptized, whatever, so I didn't really listen to the message, it's not a big deal. I want to encourage you to think about baptism as the public proclamation, and really consider your life. In what ways are you publicly proclaiming Christ? In what ways are you showing your coworkers, friends, family that you live for Jesus? And some of you, maybe that's overt. Maybe you have spiritual conversations. You talk about God. You talk about church, and engage on that level. Many people don't, and they're afraid maybe to bring it up because they might be ridiculed or dismissed, or maybe it'll negatively affect their job. Whatever the case may be, but what's your example? Or do people see you as someone who, man, they're really kind, they're really thoughtful, they listen well, they're a person of character, a man who, that I can count on, that is going to do what they say they're going to do? Is that your kind of MO? Because many of us were one way at the office, different at home. Maybe we're nice in public, but kind of mean with those who are close to us. Um, sometimes we just aren't what we appear to be. And I think that's one of the dichotomies of men, is that we can turn it on some places and then turn it off others. And we really need to look at, maybe we're great at home and bad in public. Whichever the thing is, God's called us to be consistent wherever we're at, that we're displaying Him. The Bible calls us a fragrance of Christ, that we are displaying Him wherever we go, that they can see, smell, taste what it's like to be a follower of Jesus. And that is one of the greatest things we can do as men, is represent Christ wherever we're at. If you're at the office, if you're on the job site, if you're online, whatever your job looks like, that you're displaying that. And then looking for those opportunities where we can be bold and say, hey, this is what I actually believe. Here's the contents of what I believe. Here's just the opportunity to share the gospel. So yeah, I just want to encourage you to talk through that with your friends, with your community group. In what ways are you displaying Christ? In what ways are you making Him known and being public um, with your faith? And then lastly, we're coming up on our spring men's advanced season. It's going to be 6 conversations from just various people, different campuses, some staff, some not, about some topics that are going on just in the world, and topics for us as men to engage and go a little bit deeper. And really, they're a starter for you to engage in conversations with those around you, to deepen your faith, to grow closer to God, to think through some of the issues that you're wrestling with. And so we really want to encourage you to register. You can go to sandalschurch.com/men. Register there. We're giving you some men's advance merchandise with your registration, which is cool. And the most important part is that you're in a group, that you're connected to others, that you're working things out, that you're figuring out how to follow Jesus together, that you're challenging one another, you're being accountable to each other. That's all part of what it means to be part of the men's advance, is that we're growing stronger together. We're exercising courage in regard to our faith, that we're not being swayed by the world, that we're not just kind of giving up, that we're not being passive, that we're being proactive, that we're leading our families, that we're leading ourselves closer to God. Sorry for the dog barking in the background, but whatever. So yeah, I just want to encourage you to stay engaged. Encourage you to register. Tell your family, friends, coworkers about this. It's a great way. It's a great entry level way to get people connected. And remember, our goal is always to get people in groups. That is the core thing, because we just see God move over and over within those groups. So love you guys. Praying for you. Register at sandalschurch.com/men, and always reach out if you have any questions or need anything. Thanks, guys. Love you.